Jarrett Allen is many things. All-star level big man, high-level defender, self-professed lover of Pokemon and cats, but one thing that he is starting to become more and more of, underappreciated. This is one of the most dependable and unselfish players on Cleveland's roster, and despite averaging the lowest minutes and field goal attempts of his Cleveland Cavaliers tenure, he just did something very special. But before we break it down, do your boy a favor and smash that like button, subscribe to keep the NBA content coming, and hit that notification bell so you stay locked in. Alrighty, so as I mentioned before, Jarrett Allen just finished the 2024-25 regular season off in rarefied air. Not only did the Fro suit up in all 82 games this season, something that just 11 players league-wide can say, but he just became the only player in NBA history to average 70% or higher from the field and 70% from the charity stripe. In other words, he just became the founding member of the NBA's 70-70 club. Something that no other players throughout the league's expansive history can say. In an NBA world that has become perimeter-centric and almost demands its bigs to be able to space the floor to some degree, Allen has found a way to impact the game at a high level despite being a complete non-factor in that regard. He excels in the role that Cleveland asked him to play, and that often means rim rolling, operating out of the dunker spot, and put everything back missed by the others at the rim. He has a clear and established chemistry with his fellow starters and teammates, and that has led to some very aesthetically pleasing basketball. And while this isn't an uncommon thing among non-spacing bigs, what is uncommon is how damn effective he has become at doing these things. And that, my friends, is heavily tied to how efficient he is at doing so. JA rarely wastes opportunities that are afforded to him, and make no mistake, those offensive opportunities and touches aren't as flush as they used to be with how spread out the opportunities are under Kenny Atkinson. But it's what he's done with what he's given that's truly eye-popping. During the 2024-25 campaign, Allen averaged just 7.8 field goal attempts per game. That is 201st in the NBA, but he's scoring 13.5 points per game off of those looks, which is 111th among all players and 23rd among centers. Now on the surface, that might not sound all that impressive, but when you add a bit of context to that, things quickly change. No one in the NBA does more with the same amount of touches, and to that point, among players with 8 field goal attempts or less per game, Allen leads the pack in points. This is because the man rarely misses. B-Ball Index places him within the 95th percentile in overall shot making efficiency, within the 99th percentile in true shooting percentage, the 98th in effective field goal percentage, and the 99th in points per possession. This level of efficiency is astounding on its own, and it can largely be credited to how great of a finisher he has become around the rim. He is in the 94th percentile in rim field goal percentage, the 99th in rim shot making efficiency, and the 98th percentile in finishing talent. In other words, if you get him the ball around the rim 9 times out of 10, it will result in points, whether that be a free throw or a field goal. He is as steady as they come and will never complain about the amount of touches he's given. And while his free throw percentage, an area that centers historically haven't always been good in, isn't elite by any means, it's still a very solid 71.8%. In fact, it is 17th among centers with at least 3 free throw attempts per game. Allen has a soft touch around the basket, can rim roll with the best of them, and is a quality rebounder and impactful screener. And to be honest, some of his best impact comes from the latter part. After all, becoming an effective screener and setting a proper pick is basically a non-negotiable for any big in the NBA, especially today's NBA in which ball movement is at an all-time high. And while screening is most often associated with rolling, one of the more underappreciated aspects of them is how they can clear space for others in a variety of ways. To the untrained eye, this may go unnoticed, but trust me, it's a lot more impactful than some realize. Allen is adept at using screens to free up his teammates for open looks, especially from 3-point range. And to that point, JA is 3rd in the NBA in total screen assists with 308 and 4th in screen assists per game at 3.8. He is in the 95th percentile in screen assists per 75 possessions. The man just knows how to leverage his size to open things up. What else can I say? But at the end of the day, operating as a roll man is what he does best. He is 10th in the NBA in points scored as a pick and roll man per game, and the only players to score more total points in this way than Allen's 327 are Nikola Vucevic and Domantas Sabonis. Among the 31 players with at least 100 field goal attempts as a roll man, Allen has the highest overall field goal percentage while doing so at 68.5%. Many of these are off of cuts, another area in which he excels. He led the NBA in points scored off of cuts this season with a staggering 353. And the crazy thing is, Evan Mobley is actually second with 310. Moral of the story, he's an elite role man. Now, he's not the guy that's going to go out there and post up a ton due to the nature of the Cavs offense, but when he does, he's damn efficient and effective at doing so. The Fro is in the 98th percentile in post-up impact per 75 possessions and the 100th percentile in stable post-up points per possession. Combine this efficiency with the fringe all-defensive play, the quality rebounding, and underrated passing ability out of the center spot, and you get one of the best big men in basketball. Top 10 if you ask me. Well, that'll do it for this one, folks. What do you think of Jarrett Allen's efficiency this season? Let me know in the comments. Go Cavs. Every video and episode of the It's Cavalier podcast is made possible by my supporters over on Patreon. If you enjoyed the show here today, consider signing up. You'll get early access, exclusive videos, podcasts, member shoutouts, and more. And as always, thank you for watching.